You might be living a life that feels real, but is it real or is it all lies? An MIT study found that fake news spreads 6 times faster than true news. And today, anybody can post anything that can go viral just like that, unless it goes against the agenda. It's no wonder that the media that we consume is full of lies and deception. It's become so easy to spread lies because there's no censorship on fake news. The more views a channel gets, the more money they make. And of course, it's a lot easier to get views on lies than it is on boring truth. There's a famous quote that says, "A lie gets halfway around the world before the truth has a chance to put its pants on." A quote that seems to be becoming more and more true with time. As printed news dies out, losing their loyal subscribers, the media starts coming up with similar strategies to influence the viewers. I mean, after all, the news and the media are selling your attention to advertisers no different than Facebook is selling your information.
Is that every click you make, swipe you take, each product you buy, your friends, family, the things you like, all of that information is not only recorded and analyzed, but sold to the highest bidder by researchers who claim to know you better than you know yourself.
You are the product because you chose to be the product. And their primary goal isn't to deliver the most accurate news. It's to attract more attention to the hot trending topics that feed you as a consumer and make more money by creating fake news. And it's been proven that stories that cause division amongst people perform the best. But then you wonder why we're so divided as a community. When it comes down to making money, fear-mongering takes first place. You know, sales and psychology will both tell you that the fear of losing something is far more painful than the excitement of gaining something. So why not use it in their favor? The fear of weapons of mass destruction. Step number 1, convince the masses that there's weapons of mass destruction.
I take the threat very seriously. I take the fact that he develops weapons of mass destruction.
Invade a country, kill women and children, rob the country of all its resources, and then later apologize for finding absolutely nothing.
We have not found at this point actual weapons.
The biological weapons had to be there, and it appears to me that none of them were there.
Fear of terrorism. Tell everyone it was a bunch of brown people, blow up your own buildings with your own people inside to install some fear, invade a country for political gains, then later get caught with no repercussions. The fear of death. You would think by now that the masses would have picked up on the lies, but another lie comes, and we run around like a bunch of them. And the truth just isn't that exciting, so it doesn't spread that widely. So what's happening is we're seeing carefully constructed snapshots of what they want you to see, but never the full picture with all the details. Remember when the news outlets were posting images and videos of people dropping like flies on the streets at the beginning of this hype?
This report is from inside Wuhan, and the details are disturbing. An elderly man in his 60s was seen lying dead on the street for at least 2 hours. What's crucial to note here is the reaction. None of the passers-by approached the man as expected. They were scared of getting infected themselves.
Looking back at it now, we can see how stupid this sounds and how easily we were influenced to buy what they were selling. And we ate that story up like Thanksgiving turkey. Gobble gobble. But we didn't have much knowledge at the time on such a fresh topic. Plus, we aren't the type to question anything, so the message was delivered and we accepted it. A nicely put together story full of half lies that convinced the masses that it's the truth. Because over the years, they have trained the subconscious to accept and not question, to submit to a system other than a system of God. There's infinite information out there to fit the narrative, depending on who's delivering the message. It can be shaped, molded, packaged, and delivered to suit the mindset of each and every individual. Have you forgotten that we live in a technological world that monitors every click, like, dislike, share, and purchase that we do online? Have you ever wondered why your Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok feeds are completely different than your family and friends? Because based on the pattern of your own watch time, likes, shares, and subscribes, you'll be sent similar ads, videos, and news. Ever click on an ad advertising a product that you like, then magically find it pop up on other social media platforms? Well, this is called pixel marketing. Easy strategy to get you to buy what they're selling. The point here is that we're being sent news and content to shift our mindset into accepting the news the way that they want us to see it. But to do so, every person needs to be approached in a unique way, kind of like sales. We all like to buy, but we never like to be sold to. So the easy strategy is to build rapport with your customers. So building rapport is the #1 step into selling each individual based on their separate trends that social media is able to provide. Nowadays, it's not hard to find pictures and videos to be easily edited online to fit the narrative of what they want you to see. We got 6 companies that control the media, including Disney, that starts controlling your children's mind at a young age. I mean, what better way to change a nation when you have full control over new, upcoming, freshly molded children through a box in the middle of your living room? A small, little, tiny, powerful group, owning and controlling most of the media and able to pull strings on the back end without you knowing. After all, controlling our media is the closest thing that they have in controlling how we think, act, and how we feel, planting thoughts in our minds without us even being aware of it. Let's not forget the music industry.
Murder, murder, Jesus. 666.
It seems to me like everything that we're being fed is to take us away from the understanding or the remembrance of God, to weaken one's mind to accept anything that they give us. Lies are being spread like wildfire because a lie told 1,000 times becomes the truth. Whatever way you want to look at it, one way or another, you're being lied to. What's shocking is it doesn't seem to me that anybody cares. Whatever they tell us, we just take. Confirmation bias is the tendency to process information in a way that supports the idea and beliefs we already have. In other words, say yes to anything that comes our way and hope to blend in and not go against the masses. So we instinctively seek out and believe information that aligns with the masses and disregard the truth. But just like Malcolm X said, the truth is always on the oppressed side. In the world that we live in today, we care less about the accuracy of the information and we care more about being right. Why is it that everyone isn't accepting your views? Leaving a person wondering how everybody else is not agreeing with your common sense or your terms. But because you're being fed certain things based on your agenda, what you like and dislike and what your shares are and every move that you make on social media, you are now fed information to suit your own needs. So the truth is that we're just consuming different media. And none of us are seeing the full picture, probably because we don't verify the information that we're looking at. Now, if everybody took the stance to verify their information, we would be in a better place. At some point, we have to take responsibility. Fake news spreads fast on social media because we share it without questioning how valid that truth really is. If it aligns with your views, we rarely question the bias or lack of context that it has. If we can't trust the videos, the documentaries, the people, the stats, the studies, and the history, then we really do have to start questioning everything. Here's a good example. YouTube's best ranking videos are the ones with the best SEO, not the ones with the most accuracy or the most truth. Wikipedia can literally be edited by anyone online, but some people take it as biblical. So our choices are based on emotional and cognitive bias, not logic. So here we are, divided, confused, and unsure who or what to believe in. Everything has a little bit of bias in it. For example, there's over 10,000 religions worldwide, yet almost everyone follows the religion that they're born into. It doesn't make it true, but we still do it. If we were born in a different country to different parents with different culture and different religions, we would most definitely be following that religion. The question now is there 10,000 gods? And if you truly believe in a God, do you not think that it's worth putting a little bit of effort into finding who that is? So even the religion that we follow is all based on biased opinions, inheritance, and what mommy and daddy has told us. So how real is what you believe in? Do you actually care about God? Does God not deserve to be edified just a little bit more than you believing in Him for the sole purpose of being born into a faith? Almost every belief is based on secondary information. We got the Jews that follow the Torah, but the entire faith is led and backed by the Talmud, which are man-made sayings put together and not divine or from God. We got the Muslims believing in the Quran, but the 5 pillars of Islam nowhere found in the Quran and entirely based on hadiths, which are man-made and created 150 years after the Prophet died. Christianity claims that Jesus is the Son of God or God, nowhere found in the Bible. Jesus himself claims that he's a prophet and not God. 80% of the Bible is from people that have never met Jesus, but claim that they're inspired by God. Not one chapter in the Bible has a known author. And the Trinity was introduced in the Bible hundreds of years after Jesus was even here. And even with science. But science proves to be wrong over and over and over again. So we can be following something right now which claims to be science that could be potentially and most likely proven wrong in the future. So everything now seems to be a lie. From the news that we hear to the reality that we experience, it's easy to conclude that everything is a lie unless you personally have dug information yourself and verified it. So I'd like to end this video with a solution. Before jumping to conclusions, it's in your best interest to validate the truth. You just have to dig a little bit deeper to balance your perspective and not rely on the media. You know, eventually you start to wonder if questioning everything is worth it or blissful ignorance is better. That's all I have. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share the video if you find it beneficial. And if you didn't, oh well.